Hey, happy Monday evening. So, when I am driving, I listen to podcasts. Depending on what's going on in my workday. Sometimes it's too much, multitasking just is not possible. And so I don't listen to podcasts during work all the time, but sometimes I do. And I'm listening to a newer podcast that it's new to me. I don't know how old it is. But it's Stephen Furtick Elevation. And he is a pastor. It is sermons, but I just love how he really relates it to life, and it is so applicable to your journey in life and in health. And so I wanted to encourage you and take one of the messages that I listened to when I was driving home tonight, and he was talking about shocking the system and shocking your system, and talking about how he was on vacation. He was going to go swimming in the pool, and they said, "Oh no, you can't go swimming." He's like, "I'm in a hotel. What do you mean I can't go swimming? You have a pool." And what they said is, you can't go swimming because we just shocked the pool. And he didn't have a pool growing up. He didn't understand. Maybe if you don't have a pool, you don't know what shocking the system is. But basically, sweat and pee and whatever else is in the pool, it muckies up the pool. Bacteria and a whole bunch of other things in the pool make the chlorine not longer effective, really. So you have to do a treatment where you shock the pool, and it's basically like putting a whole bunch of chlorine in to kind of kill everything out and get the bugs out and get them gone. They're not all bugs, but hopefully you know what I mean. So basically shocking the pool. And he talks about like how shocking your system, like you go out in the world and you get brought down by, all the negativity in the news, so many discouraging things. Maybe you have frustrating struggles in your life. Like you have a whole bunch of things like weighing you down. It kind of weighs down your heart. And how when you go to church, when you reach out to others, like your community, that's shocking your heart, just like you would shock a pool. And I thought about it. I was like, guys, rise vivaciously. We're a shock system. Our community is a shock system. Look, I get that it is a challenge to lose weight and get a hold of health. I get that it is not super fun and super sexy to spend a lot of time working on changing how you eat and changing how you feed your feelings and changing how you think. I get it's work. And I get that we are all working hard every day on any number of things, taking care of families, taking care of loved ones, taking care of friends, going to school, in jobs. Like, I get that you are carrying so much. And it is exactly why leaning into this community, coming in here for your daily shock, like come in here for the reminder, like look at Emily's questions at the end of the evening and take a look and just say, well, was I mindful today? Did I follow my food that I prepped? Did I eat my food I prepped? Did I get my water in? Did I exercise? And gleaming some inspiration and some motivation and some shock in your own system and in your own life from those of us who are here and posting. So let us be your shock. Let us help you like you would shock a pool to get rid of all the guck that's building up in the chlorine and building up in the pool. Let us shock you and remind you that you want to go grab a glass of water and drink it on your way home. Let us remind you that it feels good to move your body and you want to move your body. Let us remind you and be your shock that attitude is everything. And although you can find so many things to complain about, you can find something good to switch it. And although you may not like celery or carrots or asparagus, that you just haven't found a way you like them yet, or you haven't found the vegetable that you identify with yet. And that it's not that you have to work out and that you have to watch your 2B mindset videos or that you have to use the portion containers. It's that you get to, and then you're going to get to feel better. It's not that you have to buy Shakeology. It's that you get to take those nutrients that are like so good for your base health, that's going to help you with the cravings, and kind of like find those positives, and let us be those reminders for you. I'll tell you, 3 years in, I'm still carrying my tracker and tracking. I've kept over 100 pounds off for over a year, and I'm still carrying my tracker and tracking. I still come into this group to be inspired and motivated by your posts. I still share because I'm still squiggling and working through my journey. There's never like a perfect place, right? Like, once you stop growing and stop going, life doesn't stop. Like there's always going to be a new challenge or a new thing to learn and conquer. So let us be your shock system. And I want to encourage you, because I love our community here, but community can't just we can't just put you in this group and grab you and run with you. Like we need you to run with us, to be the true community to help you. It requires you leaning in. I think sometimes accountability and community gets kind of mistaken for a boss, because we're not your boss, okay? It's not our job to come to your house and throw out all the candy. It's not our job to sit there and tell you that you need to prep your food this week. We're not telling you anything. We're showing you we can help you do it. We can give you a plan. If you're struggling, we can give you a plan. If you drink Shakeology, you get a dietitian created meal plan in your email every Friday, and it comes with a color-coded shopping list. If you need help using it, let us know. We can show you what we're doing, and we can give you that map that gets you to that healthiest self fast, but we can't make you do it. We can't make you and monitor you and call you out and say, you got to go and do this. And honestly, if I was calling you and messaging you and saying, get your workout done right now, would you even want to be in this group and check the posts? I don't know. I feel like that would be kind of not fun, right? But we will run with you if you lean in, but you have to lean in. You have to lean in and go with us and be kind of like the voluntary shock system. You need to pop in this group and check out the posts and check out the videos. If you're struggling, you need to let me know, let Emily know, let Michelle or Shannon or whomever your coach is, let your coach know that you're struggling and what your goal is. I'm struggling. This is how I want to feel. This is where I'm stuck. What's the plan? But then the action is all in you. We can help you with that action if you lean in with us and if you come with us, but we can't make you do something. We can't make you. Trust me, if I could make you do what I do 90% of the time so you could feel as amazing as I feel, I would make you. If I could, I would make you, only because I know how great this feels. So I want to encourage you that this community is here for you, but we can't make you. It has to be a voluntary army. You have to be able to lean in and come with us. Use us as your shock system. Pop in here every day. Fill out the questions at the end of the night and just help that be a guide for, it's not about being perfect. Every day is not a 5 for me nutrition wise. Every day is not a 5 for me in workout life. Every day is not a 5 in my mindset. But when I'm doing that question at the end of the night, which I'm not always perfect at doing, but when I'm doing those questions at the end of the night, it gives me the opportunity to reflect and then make some intents towards tomorrow. And it helps guide tomorrow to be better. Because if you're here, you are wanting to feel better and you are wanting to have a healthier life. You're wanting more energy. You're wanting to get stronger. And I love that. I love that because there is so much junk, if you will. There is so much pee everywhere. And if you missed the first part of my video, I was talking about shocking a system, shocking a pool, and why pools bacteria levels and pH levels go all wacky because of sweat and bodily fluids in the pool. And so you have to shock it. And that's what happens. You can so easily get distracted. I mean, I think I passed 15 fast food places on the way home. And that doesn't count all the temptation, how easy it is to just turn into a gas station and grab something there. And how many of them are flashing sales. Even when I'm using my GPS, it pops up and says Dunkin' Donuts is a mile away. Do you want to come? It's no, I don't need to go back to Dunkin' Donuts. I spent too much money there the last 15 years of my life. I don't need to go there right now. I'm on track. I got my water, right? But there's so much garbage coming at us. There's so much stuff that we have to do and so much burden we're carrying that we need to shock it and get it off us. And that's what this group can offer. That's what these tools offer. offer, I find so much freedom in the portion fix and in the to be mindset, because it gives you the base of what to follow. And it's not about following it perfect every day, but looking at it every day, having your tracker with you, whether you use the tracker on your phone. There's trackers on your phone for Android or iPhone. I personally like having the notebook that I just scribble in my different color pens. I like to be pink and purple and blue, and then having that front and center, because I don't know about you, but I spent 20 years living a roller coaster and going up and down. I'm still going through classes and learning. I'm currently in a gut health class. It's a 5-week gut health class, learning more about gut health. And oh my God, today's topic was keto. And I just want to scream, and I just want to run to everybody's house who I see doing keto and like hug them and say, why? Like, why do you need it instantly? Why do you need to do keto? Because the keto itself, something that I've never looked at because I've never had that higher education. I've never had those studies, but digesting a keto diet, not only does your brain need carbs, not only do you need the nutrients and the fiber-filled carbs and fruit, but when you're digesting a primarily meat protein, it's hard on your gut, and you're actually tearing parts of your intestine. Like, you're actually tearing and putting strain on your digestive system. Your digestive system needs all the different fiber in fruit and veggies, and it needs all those things to help clean it out. Like right now, keto may be a quick temporary fix to lose some short-term weight, but at what cost? Because are you going to live with that the rest of your life? And if not, you're only addressing the symptom, which is, I'm heavy, so I'm going to do keto to lose weight quick. And then, okay, you lost the weight quick. What did you learn about now maintaining that? Like, do you think you're going to just magically know how to keep that weight off? And at what cost? What internally did you hurt and strain by digesting and processing so much protein, right? And then, like, don't even get me started on labels. Gluten-free, vegan, and keto. Like, gluten-free and vegan are like, oh, it's healthy, it's gluten-free, it's vegan, it's healthy. You still got to read the labels. Like, they are just trying to sell you something, and they know we've brainwashed ourselves as a society that those are good words. You can gain weight eating a vegan lifestyle. Oreos are vegan, like, you can't live on Oreos. You need, like, that's why I just love the sustainability and the health that are in our portion fix and are in our to be mindset, because it teaches you how to eat real food that is not the highly processed food, that is not going to tear up your gut for this short-term time that you're on a ketosis. And there's a lot of other things that the teacher talked about in this class, and I'm like, oh my God, I just want to go hug everybody and say, you don't have to, you are worth it right now. You are worth love and energy and life right now. You don't need to lose 30 pounds to be loved and hugged. It doesn't have to happen overnight. It doesn't have to be that you get rid of 30 pounds like this instant. Yes, it's healthier. It takes pressure off your joints. It lowers your inflammation. To lose weight, it lowers your inflammation. If you lose weight, it gives you more energy, and you'll have a healthier, longer life. My medical bills used to be thousands of dollars a year when I was 100 pounds heavier. I am saving so much money, and I'm having a healthier life having lost weight. So yes, there's benefits in losing weight, but not at the cost of doing something extreme that's not going to teach you how to then live that life. I have done Atkins and other diets and pills and patches that address the symptom and did have me lose weight, but it was temporary. It was not weight that I was able to keep off because I didn't do or learn anything to get to that weight, right? So take the time. You don't have to rush. Yes, I get that you want to lose 15 pounds this month, and you can if you're willing to lean in and use the healthy plans, use the tools that we have here in the group. Maybe like if you're not at an exercise ability yet to do a HIIT workout or to do weightlifting, maybe do the UV2 and the dancing, do the country heat, maybe, go walking a mile or a half a mile or start with a quarter mile. Like there's so much that you can do, and ask us if you're seriously struggling and you're not seeing the scale go down. Let us see the tracker. That data is going to have us help you with what you're holding on to. But I just want to encourage you that this group, this is your shock system. This is your shock system. So just like the pool gets filled with all the bodily fluids and all the stuff, and you need to shock the pool with a whole bunch of chlorine, you are going to get distracted by the food that's at the office, the food that your spouse, did you see my kitchen the other day in my live? My husband brings home stuff that is not like conducive to healthy weight loss or healthy eating. Like you are going to get all this thrown at you. You're going to have some fun, new, crazy cupcake that your sister invented, and you're going to eat it and you're going to enjoy it. You're going to have like going out to dinner, and although you made healthy choices, there's still stuff in there you can't guarantee because you didn't make it yourself. That's going to happen, but then you got to shock your system. And instead of letting that direct you, and instead of thinking you have to hang on and lose 5 pounds today or you quit, just embrace and come into this group and lean in with us. Do the check-in post, follow the plan, print it out and follow the plan, get on the app, let us know, rewatch your 2B videos, watch your Portion Fix videos, let us know you're here and you're struggling and where we can help you so we can get you into that drive, shock your system and get you going. And then that's when you get to this point where you're you get it all off. And then guess what? You're going to do great for a couple days, and then life's going to come at you again. And that's why you keep coming back into this system. That's why 3 years into my journey, it'll be 3 years this Thursday, 3 years in my journey, I still carry my tracker because I spent 20 years not on a healthy journey. I spent 20 years tearing up my gut by doing so many unhealthy things and attacking my digestion system and really taking a number. And when you've done something like that for 20 years, it's going to take way shorter period of time to lose the weight and heal your body back than it is to stay stuck in that spot. I hear so often that it takes so long to lose weight. Okay, compared to what? Because I spent 20 years stuck in a cycle of pills and patches and wraps and Atkins and extremes and misery and beating myself up 20 years. And I've spent now 3 years feeling amazing. And every year just adds another level of amazing. So I would much rather take this 3-year journey than that 20 years over and over again. So I think it's all a matter of perspective, and all that comes with what are you listening to? What are you reading? What are you doing to shock and clean your system? And by shocking and cleaning your system, I'm not only talking about water and vegetables and Shakeology and getting your vitamins. I'm talking about your mind. I'm talking about what you're hearing and seeing from your other friends in social media, what you're hearing and seeing on the news, what you're hearing and seeing as you drive to work. All those instincts in this society to say, feed your feeling. I feel like eating Chinese today. Okay, can I tell you in the Family Dinner Project email last week or the week before, the spaghetti squash lo mein, for real, the spaghetti squash lo mein, better than any takeout Chinese I've ever had. Better. Hands down. So if you feel like Chinese, you can make something healthy. But ask yourself, why am I feeling like Chinese? And then how often have I felt like Chinese, so I'm going to order it. And then after I've had my signature sweet and sour chicken with pork fried rice, with egg roll, with crab rangoon and Coke, because I couldn't have Chinese without Coke. After I had that meal, I never felt good. So my feelings were lying to me. They were not fact. They told me you will feel happy if you eat this Chinese food. I felt tired. I felt greasy and gross. And I felt like I gained 10 pounds in one day. So my feelings were something else. And then being able to work through that and saying, okay, I really didn't want the Chinese food. What was I wanting? I was feeling overwhelmed and stressed. I needed to go to bed earlier last night. I was feeling emotional. I needed a hug. I needed a hug from my spouse. I needed a kiss. I needed attention. I needed to call a friend and have a conversation. And then you can start to uncover and shock your system and get rid of that stuff that's been holding you down. Feelings are valid, but they're just data. They're not facts. They're not rules. You don't have to feed into every feeling. It can be a pause moment and a learning moment that'll help you. So I just wanted to encourage you and share this with you. I'm hoping it's helpful. I just want everybody to feel as good as I feel. And I'm not saying it's perfect. And I'm not saying I don't have days where I'm like, oh, I'm a failure. I have had days. I have had someone recently block me and unfriend me. And before they did, they said that I was basically passive aggressive and I was nasty and mean. And I cried. And I wanted to order Chinese food because I felt like everything I share, I'm doing because I want to help you, right? Like, yes, I want to help enough people that our family is not paying off debt and that our family can have more freedom and more life choices. But what motivates me every day is who I was 3 years ago, and I want you to feel that. And I know what we have here is safe and sustainable. I would give any one of our products to my son, and I have give most of them to him. In fact, he takes some without me really wanting him to. Like, I didn't order enough for you to be eating all those. The beach bars. He really loves the beach bars, and he really loves the Daily Sunshine. But then he also breaks into my shake. So I'm like, okay, well, you can't have all three. But I trust that I'm learning how to handle food and social situations better. And some days are not good. Some days I let my emotions win and I go for the M&M jar or the cookie jar at my mom's. And when I'm there, I really there's a lot going on and I'm like internalizing emotions, and I find myself picking in the jar. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm still working through that, but I shock my system by coming into this group and by leaning back to my tracking and by rewatching my 2B videos and by showing up for my workout every morning and getting my workout in. And then it's okay. And I just move forward. So I just want to encourage you. I'm a very visual person. Like, you say something to me, and even if there's no way I've ever seen it, it's in my head. Like, this is really a bad example, but it's the only way I can explain it that would make you understand. My dad said to me, oh, I look like a 97-year-old in the shower soaking wet. And I'm like, I don't want to think about a naked 97-year-old man. And he's like, well, why are you thinking about it? I'm like, because you said it. I had to think it. It pictured it. He's like, well, what do you know about a 97-year-old? I don't know what they look like, but I got like a Homer Simpson Burns like mashup in my head, and it's because you said it. So I'm very visual like that. And even if it's something that I've never seen, my brain sees it. And what I can comprehend and see is I get a pool being filled with sweat and bodily functions and stuff in there that it needs to be shocked by the system. It needs a chlorine shock. And I get that starting a health journey is not, let's just be honest, it's not super sexy and fun to tackle something that you've been doing for 20 years. Like, for 20 years, I was up and down, up and down. It was not super exciting to go spend every day and every week in a private group talking about health and fitness, because I felt like a failure and I felt huge and I felt like there was no way I was going to win it again. But I needed that private group. I needed those posts, those questions at the end of the night. I needed to rewatch those videos. I needed to push play. I needed to drink my shake. I needed to do that to shock my system and get that old me gone. Because that old me was, oh gosh, am I going to say fake news? That old me was fake news. That old me, and I don't even really like get the whole fake news thing, but that's like a different thing. The old me was false evidence. Like, the old me thinking was just where I was comprehending at the time, right? Like, I didn't know I could be better because I had never been better. So I needed to shock off and get rid of all that junk that I was carrying for 20 years, all that failure and all that junk. And that took getting a shock system. It took getting chlorine, which our private boot camp here, messaging your coach, messaging your private pod, messaging a buddy in the group here, posting in the group. If you don't want to post, don't post, but come in and read the post and then leave a comment or a like, right? Like, so that you're acknowledging it and it's helping to shock something out of your system. And maybe it's going to take you like 15 times to see that you just haven't found a way you like the vegetable yet. Maybe it'll take you like 15 times of seeing a different recipe or seeing a different post to like get it. But if you don't come in for the shock system, if you don't come into the pool, like if you don't go shock the pool, you're never going to find out, right? So I want to encourage you. This community is here for you. I've like things that we share and post. We try to find what's relative and what's helped us, but we can't make you do anything. And honestly, like, it wouldn't be fun if we made you. So what I'm saying is, this works. You can get more results if you lean in. Anybody who is commenting or posting or showing up on a regular basis is getting results. So if you're struggling, I think the instinct is I can't post on the checkout because I ate M&Ms and I shouldn't put M&Ms. Okay, so here's what's going to be real. If you show up on the post Monday through Friday and every single day you say, I ate soda, M&Ms, and fast food, and you do that for 5 days in a row, by the third day, hopefully Emily or I or Michelle or Shannon, one of the coaches running the group, is going to see that and say, okay, I get being silly sometimes, but you have some goals, and I noticed every day this week you're having some silly treats. What's going on that you're reaching for them? Is it boredom hunger? Are you not eating enough veggies? Can I see the rest of your tracker and see, like, maybe your body is looking for the fiber-filled carbs. You're looking for the fruit. You're not getting your purple container in. You're not getting your fiber-filled carb for 2B. Like, let's look at what your body's missing, because you don't need M&Ms on a daily basis to get through. And if you're trying to get a healthier relationship with food, whether you're trying to build muscle or lose weight, we need to change something. So let's address it. But we're not going to know you're eating M&Ms every day if you don't ever check in on the group. And I think when you are eating M&Ms every day, the idea is, well, I'll go be a part of Rise Vivaciously when I'm on track. I'll worry about it. Like, I'll come back for tips for Halloween. I'll come back for Thanksgiving tips, because I'm okay where I am right now. Because we're all like, okay where we are, like, you are where you are. But I just want to encourage you, like, when you have those struggles, when you're having those temptations and those hard things, that's when you lean in. That's when we need to hear from you. And that's when it brings to light those things. Like, I'm 39, and I learned this year, I am very susceptible to eating a lot of sugar around my mom and my sister and my family. And it's so silly as to why. And the only reason is because, and I've never told my mom this. I should maybe at some point tell my mom and my sister this. But I want to hug them, and I know they're not huggers. And so I eat for it to touch me. And I'm just a touchy-feely, huggy person. And so I just want to really hug them. And so when I want to touch somebody and I can't touch somebody, I reach for food. And it took me 39 years to realize that. Because I would say to my husband, who is also not a very touchy-feely, huggy person. So I managed to be the one that wants all the hugs, and I'm surrounded by, like, I have to, like, go squeeze Joey. At least my husband will hold my hand, like, if I really try to force it. But so it took me 39 years to learn that. And it was only after watching Tubi videos a bunch of times and realizing there's something else triggering that sugar. There's something else, because I sit and I walk by food at work every single day. This morning there were like homemade sausage and cheese, like jalapeno popper type things, and they're like homemade. Like, Tina is the bomb cook. Like, she makes a lot of great stuff. I can walk by her food, or the cookies. I carried the chocolate chip cookies from our title company that brings them in back to the kitchen like every Thursday and Friday the last 2 weeks without taking any bites. Like, I'm fine. But there's just something about, I want to hug my family and I know they don't want to hug, and then so I eat a whole bunch of stuff. Like, it's really, I don't know. But I'm working through that. I'm working through that. I found a solution, and it was when we were helping my mom this weekend, there was only like limited chairs, so I sat on my husband's leg, and then that helped me get over the little otherwise would have been a pretty bad cupcake and M&M binge. But I found like some way, because now I'm aware and I can catch it. But that's what happens when you lean in and you lean into this group and you start working through the programs and you start leaning in and start being aware. You're shocking your system, and now your body's going to start trying to find things. Like, I bet if you take the time to listen to this video, you're going to start paying attention to things tomorrow, because you're giving data to your brain. You're shocking your system just like chlorine shocks a pool when it needs to get all defunkified. So guys, I get it. There is so much stuff out there coming at you. So much stuff out there that is just designed to seem like an easy, healthy way to live. Like I said, gluten-free, organic, vegan, must be good if it's on the label. And I promise you, unfortunately, that's not the case. So we have all this false information coming to us, all this easy choices coming to us, all these habits that we've lived for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And you need to shock it off. And the way you shock it off is by changing, by doing something different. And that's where coming into this group, leaning into this group. And I do have some family in this group. I do have some close friends in this group. So I'm being very honest and sharing something like very personal and hard in some ways. And so I hope I'm doing it because I hope it will help you. And then it will help you see that you can shock your system and lean in and get results. So let us know where are you struggling and how can we help you? What plan are you following? And if you're not tracking or following a plan, today is a perfect day to start following your plan. Just re-listen to the videos. There's a welcome video in the pinned announcements of this group. There's also a pinned what to do if I'm a beginner as far as workouts in the announcements in this group. And just refresh, like make it a brand new starting point today. And you know what? Sometimes you start over every other month. But every time you start over, you're not starting at the beginning. You're starting with more information than you had the very first time. So I want to encourage you, the person who stands up after falling is stronger than the person who never fell. And so if you are here and you're like, I'm going to be restarting for the 1500th time, that is okay. I promise you're starting with already some good information to help you. You already have maybe done a workout. You've already had some experience in meal prepping or you some idea of recipes. Like, you're already ahead of the game because you are at a new point, and you don't forget and lose everything from before. And it'll catch up quicker. I promise you. And if I'm wrong and you're spending money right now to be in here, we can get you a refund. But I promise you, if you lean in, watch the videos, it's going to help shock your system. It's going to help get you on track to where you're feeling good. And then it'll be like second nature to track your food. It'll be like second nature to drink water and take your water with you wherever you go. It'll be like second nature to wake up at the alarm, because motivation itself is that excited feeling when you first start. That usually fades pretty quickly. to test you on if it's something you're really going to do and something you're really going to lean in for. And then what I can tell you is, when you show up for the thing that you promised, when you show up for the workout, when you show up eating healthy and you start seeing results 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 10 weeks from now, because of that, that's where you realize and you get that excitement back again. So like, it comes and goes. So the motivation you can't rely on. You have to rely on the commitment and leaning in. And that's part of what this community can help you do if you let us. But you got to lean in. We can't drag you. We can't make you do anything. You got to lean in. And you got to come with us. Watch for Emily's check-in posts every night to give you a focus and idea. There's a workout you can join us with every morning. There are posts, meal prep Sunday. Yesterday we were going over a lot of meal prep tips. We have a lot of conversations and saved things in the units of this group. And like I said, we're open books. We are here to support you. So let us know what we should be going live on. Let us know what we should be posting more of. Let us know what would help you get to that next level to feel phenomenal, because we've got 100 days left in 2019 and I'm going strong. I want this 100. I'm going strong for this 100 and I want you to come with me. So let's end 2019. Like, some people are like, well, I'm just going to wait till the new year. Like, oh my God, you could gain 25 pounds between now and New Year if you let yourself just do whatever. And I don't know about you, but for me, whenever I would say I'll just wait to next, that means I need to open up and like just go crazy and probably gain more than if I didn't say I'll wait till some other time. But like 100 days, like honestly, the year's only 3/4 done. Like, there's still a whole big fourth. There's still a whole big fourth of the year. You can still end this year down weight if that's your goal. You can still end this year with more energy and healthier. So let's finish this 100 strong. Hopefully this message got to the person who needed it, because I couldn't even go inside. I feel like somebody needed this message. And you know what? Maybe it was me. Maybe I just had to confess. But hopefully this made it to someone who needs it, and that you guys know that we are here and we are excited to run with you. So let's make this last 100 strong. Let's shock our systems and use this group like chlorine for a dirty pool, right? So you're going to use this group to lean in and help your thinking, help your choices, and move forward. So, woohoo! Okay, see you guys later.